This week we're going to practice something which is essential for your school studies and also if you want to get the B1 and the B2 certificates. This is reported speech, which is when we talk about something that somebody said earlier in the day. And the key with reported speech is to go one step back in time. So if you're in the present simple,
She lives in Riba Roja.
go to the past simple.
She lived in Riba Roja.
If you're in the present continuous,
He is living in Riba Roja.
go to the past continuous.
He was living in Riba Roja.
And if you're in the present perfect,
He has lived in Riba Roja.
go to the past perfect.
He had lived in Riba Roja.
So look in your white book and you'll see a detailed guide on how to do this. And remember, you need to change the person in reported speech. So for example, I live in Riba Roja isn't reported with I because you are not me. So instead of I live in Riba Roja, it's
He said that he lived in Riba Roja.
And if you don't know if the person is a boy or a girl, then you use they or them. So there are also a few other words that you need to change in reported speech. For example, when I say today, you say
That day.
when I say yesterday, you say
The day before.
when I say tomorrow, you say
The next day.
I say here, you say
There.
and I say now, you say.
In that moment or then.
And then there are some more differences. One of these is when you ask a question. There are yes and no questions, ones which you can answer yes or no to, surprisingly. Like this.
Do you live in Riba Roja?
So when I report this sentence, I need to use the word if, or its synonym, whether. For example,
He asked if I lived in Riba Roja.
you also have open questions. These are all of the other types of question in English, the ones that don't have a yes or a no answer. For example,
Where can I buy a car in Riba Roja?
so for these questions, which are the questions with what, when, where, etc., you need to convert it to SAVO. That's subject, auxiliary, verb, object. You change the auxiliary if you need one and the subject. So I say he asked where I could buy a car in Riba Roja. Okay, instead of he asked where can I buy a car, he asked where I could, one step back, buy a car in Riba Roja. So let's try this one more time.
Okay. Where do you live?
So this time we can't use the auxiliary do in an affirmation. So the conversion is he asked where I lived. Finally, we have imperatives. These are instructions.
Go home.
For these we don't go one step back. We use this structure, which is subject plus told plus object plus to. I'll repeat that. Subject plus told plus object plus to. And then we simply repeat the instruction. So for example, go home becomes he told me to go home. So let's try this one more time.
Do your correcting.
So this time I need to change the person and we get he told me to do my correcting. So let's recap for one moment. Always remember to go one step back and remember to change the person. I don't drink coffee becomes.
He said that he didn't drink coffee.
Now remember to change some words. So I will see you here tomorrow becomes.
He said that he would see me there the next day.
Okay. Remember to use subject plus told plus object plus to for imperatives. So get inside your house becomes.
He told me to get inside my house.
Remember to use if or whether for yes and no questions. So are you happy becomes.
He asked if I was happy.
And don't forget to change the word order if it's a different type of question. So why are you angry becomes,
He asked why I was angry.
and that's everything. Literally everything you need to know about reported speech. You've got no excuses. If you have any doubts, look in your white book and you know how to contact us.